I have been suing the federal government for years.
Yeah.
I think we have 7 lawsuits right now against Justin Trudeau in various capacities. And in every single case, the government lawyers up hugely. Typically, a Rebel versus Trudeau legal battle is 1 or 2 lawyers on our side versus 4, 5, 6, 7 lawyers on the other side. Last time I was in court, I think there were 7 lawyers on the other side. Money's no object to them.
Of course, because it's our money.
And so, and they have the Justice Department, and they sometimes do both. They have a Justice Department lawyer, plus they use tax dollars to hire an outside expert firm. Like, it's astonishing. And if we sue the dirty cops here, both police forces and Chrystia Freeland, they are probably going to spend $1 million pushing back. There's no way that they would roll over on this. So how do we fight that David and Goliath battle? Well, we set up the website called standwithdavid.com. And Sarah Miller is not expensive, but she's not cheap. Mm-hmm. And this will be a long battle because they're going to fight us on everything.
Yep.
So if you can remember on these, just say, folks, if you want to help me,
yes,
we do need to crowdfund my legal defense at standwithdavid.com because we really do need that help. And it's very exciting right now, but 6 months, 12 months, 18 months from now, when we're really in the thick of the lawsuit, that's when the bills will start to rack up. So we really need folks' help now.
And I'm just so honored that our audience would contribute. Again, going back to our haters, Ezra, what I always find perversely ironic, they'll obviously say, oh, there goes Rebel News begging again. Wait a minute. I believe this is the most honest way of fundraising there is.
Absolutely.
We're not taking government money. If you like us, and you're in a position to give a few bucks, great. If you don't, you can still watch most of our content.
Yeah.
But the mainstream media takes it out of your bank account, assuming it's not frozen, that is,
that's right.
every 2 weeks.
Oh, absolutely. The average gift to Rebel News is $58. And I mention that because, first of all, you will never know who the donors are.
Yep.
I don't check who's giving $58. So you're guided only by your conscience and serving the viewer. There's no one big oligarch benefactor who you have to please. And we take no government money. We're not part of a corporate conglomerate. We don't have an angel oligarch investor. It is the most honest way to operate. And when I was growing up, when I went to law school, I guess that's 30 years ago now, I would read cases about free speech battles in the courts. And there was always a lawyer, a top civil liberties lawyer, that was hired by a consortium of broadcasters. So there would be one excellent lawyer, and CTV and Global and CBC and the Toronto Star and the Globe and Mail would each chip in, let's say, a couple grand, enough to put together a little kitty, and they would send a Top Gun civil liberties lawyer to court to seek intervener status and say, Your Honor, I'm here on behalf of the whole industry. Yeah. I'm here on behalf of a bunch of competitors who disagree on everything except for we've got to defend freedom of the press. That's how it used to be. You can look back at all these cases, and there was a lawyer for what they called the consortium. And it was basically every time there was a free speech battle, everyone in the industry knew they had to pony up a couple of grand because that way, all for one and one for all. Everyone believed in free press, and that way it didn't fall to one company. That has not happened in over a decade. Yep. And so who will fill the void? Who went to court to bust down their ban on Rebel News at the leaders' debate? Well, we had to do that on our own. There was no interveners there. Yep. Who went to court to fight for my book, The Libranos? We were there by ourselves. Yep. Who's going to take these cops on? This morning I checked the Canadian Association of Journalists, yes, Canadian Journalists for Free Expression, Canadian Civil Liberties Association, Amnesty International, PEN Canada, and the Committee for the Protection of Journalists. I checked 6 different organizations. None of them had anything to say about your case.
Unbelievable.
None of them. Do you think if Stephen Harper had arrested a CBC journalist, they'd be silent?
Oh, there'd be a royal commission.
We're going to do something about that. Go to standwithdavid.com if you want to stand with David. On behalf of all of us here at Rebel World Headquarters, to you at home, goodbye, and keep fighting for freedom.